So here we go again. Another round in the never-ending saga of Harry versus William. Honestly, at this point, I've lost track of how many times these brothers have clashed. But this time, oh, it's not just some royal spat. This is about money, power, and who's quietly setting the standard while the other one is left ranting all the way from Montecito. And let me tell you, William just dropped a move so slick, so calculated, that it has Harry absolutely boiling. While Harry once dipped into millions of taxpayer money to fix up his royal digs and then bolted, William is now doing the exact opposite. He's pouring millions of his own fortune into renovating Forest Lodge, the family's new forever home. And here's the kicker, not a single dime from taxpayers. That's right. William is footing the entire bill out of pocket. If that's not a direct dig at his brother's choices, I don't know what is. Let's rewind for a second. Remember Frogmore Cottage? That quaint, charming little place that most of us would dream of calling home? Well, for Meghan, it was basically an insult, a demotion. Not nearly regal enough. So what happened? Harry and Meghan oversaw a jaw-dropping $3 million taxpayer-funded renovation. New finishes, new upgrades, all the bells and whistles. And then what did they do? Packed their bags and left. The cottage wasn't glamorous enough. The location wasn't buzzy enough, and apparently the furniture wasn't Montecito chic, and sure, they eventually paid the money back, but let's be real, that wasn't some noble gesture. They only did it because they were leaving the UK and had no other choice. Now compare that with William. Here's a man who's about to be king one day. He's renovating Forest Lodge, a sprawling $20 million property, and let's be clear, it's not in pristine condition. This place is old. We're talking a grade 2 listed 8-bedroom estate with a tired roof, outdated windows, and a heating system that groans louder than the British tabloids. Yet William is doing it all with his own money. Quietly, no fuss, no Netflix deals, no passive-aggressive interviews, just quietly handling his business. And you know what? This isn't just about money, this is about optics. William is making a statement, loud and clear. He's showing the public that royalty doesn't have to mean entitlement, it can mean duty, modesty, respect. He and Catherine are moving into a place where, despite its grandeur, they will have no live-in staff, will pay full market rent, and are determined to raise their kids as normally as possible. No special treatment, no handouts, just responsibility. Meanwhile, Harry is out in California spending $2 million a year on security and, wait for it, who knows how much on koi pond maintenance. And here's the detail that cuts Harry to the bone. William didn't have to do this. The Crown Estate could have covered the renovations, just like they did for Harry at Frogmore. Taxpayer money, tradition, standard procedure. But William deliberately chose not to. He chose to highlight everything Harry has been criticized for. And every time William takes the high road, Harry looks pettier, angrier, and more out of touch. Make no mistake, this was a masterstroke. Insiders are already calling it a PR slam dunk. Not only does it showcase William as a humble, grounded future king, but it also draws a razor-sharp line between the two brothers. One is rooted, traditional, steady. The other? Flailing, disconnected, stuck in a loop of lawsuits, rants, and fading Spotify deals. William isn't just fixing up Forest Lodge, he's rebuilding the very image of the monarchy, brick by brick. Every nail he hammers into that estate is like a warning shot fired straight across the Atlantic, right at Montecito. And here's the truth, Harry can't win this one. No matter how many books he writes, no matter how many talk show interviews he does, the contrast gets clearer every single day. William is stepping gracefully into his role as heir. Harry, he's still ranting, still resentful, still desperate to be heard. William's choice to pay for Forest Lodge renovations with his own money isn't just smart PR, it's a reflection of the man he's becoming. While other royals cling to perks, William is rewriting the script. He's showing everyone that leadership doesn't have to be loud or flashy. Sometimes it just has to be right. And that's what makes this so powerful. He's not flaunting the estate. He's not turning it into some kind of crown jewel spectacle. Forest Lodge is being treated as a real family home. Historic, yes. Grand, sure. But lived in humbly, intentionally, and with purpose. Meanwhile, across the pond, Harry and Meghan's life in Montecito couldn't look more different. It's all status, scale, and spectacle. Privacy hedges tall enough to block out the world. Endless renovations, a mansion that screams, "Look at us," while the stories trickling out of it are anything but glamorous. Failed deals, financial strain, endless fights to stay relevant. And let's not forget, while William quietly takes on more and more royal duties, Harry is drowning in lawsuits, against the tabloids, against the British government, even against the Home Office. Millions of dollars burned on legal battles. Tell me, does that sound like peace? Does that sound like stability? Number. It screams chaos. Forest Lodge isn't just another royal property, it's a statement. Let's talk about what William and Catherine are stepping into. The place sits in Windsor Great Park dating back to the 1770s, steeped in history but in desperate need of some serious TLC. 8 bedrooms, a ballroom, a tennis court, sprawling sprawling gardens with views of Wembley's arches. It sounds like a dream, but behind that charm, a roof that leaks, windows that rattle, and heating that's basically a relic of the last century. And here's the jaw-dropper. It hasn't seen any major investment since 2001. Most royals would have waved their hands and said, let the taxpayer cover it, but not William. He's personally funding everything, restoring the windows, fixing the heating, updating the interiors. And guess what? Catherine has been spotted picking out the furniture herself. Nothing flashy, no tabloid-worthy extravagance, just timeless, tasteful elegance. That's who they are. Quiet class, even more shocking, they'll be paying full market rent, thousands each month. They could have easily negotiated some cushy arrangement, but no, they want their kids, George, Charlotte, and Louis, to understand what things actually cost. No shortcuts, no discounts, no sense of entitlement, just fairness. Think about it. William and Catherine lived in Adelaide Cottage since 2022. Just 4 bedrooms for a family of 5. Cramped by royal standards. But did they complain? Did they run to Netflix with a tell-all? Did they sneak in veiled digs in interviews or memoirs? Absolutely not. They got on with it quietly, with dignity. Now, compare that to Harry and Meghan's time at Frogmore Cottage. From day one, Meghan hated the size, the location, even the name. She actually admitted she thought Frogmore sounded small and undignified, not regal enough for her taste. So they demanded the taxpayer-funded overhaul, millions poured in, and then they walked away. Yes, they paid it back, but only after moving out, only after the PR disaster made it impossible not to. It wasn't responsibility. It was damage control. And now, years later, the comparisons are only getting sharper. William and Catherine's choices scream stability and responsibility. Harry and Meghan's choices, impulse, drama, and escape. While William is carefully laying the foundation for his reign, Harry's life in California feels like a never-ending soap opera. Their Montecito mansion is all about scale and spectacle. Marble countertops, koi ponds, massive privacy walls. But what comes out of it? Flops. The Spotify deal imploded. Netflix content is underwhelming. Business deals dry up as fast as they're signed, and the headlines? Always filled with tension, financial worries, or another lawsuit. Harry's pouring millions into legal fights, tabloids, the British government, even his own security arrangements. It's never-ending. Instead of stability, it's chaos on repeat. Meanwhile, William is over in the UK, taking on more royal duties, showing the public he's steady, reliable, and prepared. Every step William takes forward, Harry looks like he's sinking deeper into resentment and noise. And let's not forget the elephant in the room, reconciliation. King Charles reportedly wants peace, rumors swirl of deals to smooth things over with Harry, but William, he's not biting. He's not interested in photo op forgiveness. He knows you can't keep extending olive branches to someone who insists on torching the whole tree. That decision has landed powerfully with the public. William is showing boundaries. You can't betray the family and expect endless handshakes. It's not cruelty, it's self-respect. And then there's Catherine, the picture of grace under pressure. Despite battling her own health struggles, she carries herself with dignity. No leaking private complaints, no cryptic digs through friends in the press, just steady dedication, just family, just duty. Remember, she lived in that small 4-bedroom cottage for years, one of the most scrutinized women on the planet, without ever complaining. No drama, no fuss. That's strength. That's the kind of queen the monarchy desperately needs. And let's be real. Catherine's influence is all over Forest Lodge. From rejecting live-in staff to choosing dinner around a family table instead of a butler standing by, she's shaping a household that feels normal. She wants her children to know how to make their own beds, set the table, and grow up grounded. It's deliberate, it's intentional, and it's exactly the kind of example the monarchy should be setting in today's world. So when William and Catherine finally move into Forest Lodge, it won't just be a change of address. It'll be a symbol, independence, responsibility, a blueprint for how the future king and queen plan to lead. No giant palaces, no fleets of cars, no endless complaints, just a family quietly building something real, something meaningful, something that resonates with a public tired of royal scandals and tantrums. And let's not overlook the optics, because William hasn't. This is leadership through action. Forest Lodge is proof that you can be royal without being entitled, that you can be regal and still relatable. And across the ocean, you just know Harry will be watching. As headlines celebrate William's humility and independence, Harry will be crafting another grievance, another interview, another chapter in the ongoing saga of resentment. But here's the truth. It doesn't even matter anymore. The contrast is too clear. William is rising, Harry is ranting, and the monarchy? It already knows where the crown is headed. William's quiet power move has drawn the sharpest line yet between the two brothers. Every choice he makes, paying his own bills, living modestly, setting boundaries, underscores his readiness for the throne. Harry, meanwhile, seems trapped in a cycle of chaos and complaints. It's the ultimate sibling rivalry on the world stage. One brother building a future with grace, the other clinging to grievances from the past. And with every brick laid at Forest Lodge, the heir proves why he's ready, while the spare struggles to keep up. The spare